For this activity, you will need your scissors from your creative kit. Please let your parents know what you need so they can assist you getting your scissors from your kit. You will need a piece of paper and something to write with. Okay, let's just get started. First, we're going to draw a straight line all the way across the paper. I'm using an index card from my creative kit to make my straight line. You can get someone to help you write your straight line. Then we'll go all the way across this paper. There. A straight line. Now we want to draw a dotted line. Now a dotted line has a space in between each mark. So space, pick it up, space, pick it up, space, pick it up, space. See that? My dotted line. Starting to look like a road, guys. Now let's continue that dotted line straight across our paper. Line, space, line, space. If you do not have an index card, you can use a book or anything with a straight edge that will help you make straight lines across the paper. Look at that. Now we have our solid straight line and we have our dotted straight line. For the next part, I want you friends to make a curved line. Now I'm going to hold the cup with one hand and use my other hand to trace or draw around the shape of the cup. So I'm going to take my marker and just drag it around the shape of that cup to give me a curved line. I'll go all the way around, tracing that shape. Keep going till you get back to the beginning. Now let's lift up that cup. Oh, what in the world? We got a circle, friends. Wow. Now we're going to make a dotted line with our circle. You can even use a water bottle or a fruit cup from your lunch. Remember, with the dotted line, we make a mark, pick it up, mark, pick it up, mark, pick it up, mark, pick it up, mark, move it up, mark, pick it up, mark, pick it up, mark, pick it up, make your mark, pick it up, mark, pick it up, mark, and there you go. Now we have a dotted line circle. A solid line, a dotted line, a solid circle, and a dotted circle. Now we need a rectangular or square shape to trace. I have an index card from the creative kit, and I have a juice box from my lunch kit. With the index card, we can fold it in half to get our perfect straight rectangular shape. There we are. Now I can lay that down and trace the rectangular shape. Now let's do a solid line first. I'll trace the long side, then I'll trace the short side, then I'll trace the other long side, come around and trace the other short side. Let's see what I have. Wow, I have a solid rectangle. This one looks almost like a square. Now let's try using this juice box. Now we're going to try to make dotted lines with this one. So we have to skip a space every other line. So we'll drag, pick it up, drag, pick it up, drag, pick it up, drag, pick it up, drag. Drag, pick it up, drag, pick it up, drag, pick it up. Now let's see. Drag, pick it up, 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 drag, and pick it up. And we should be done. Let's lift up the juice box. Now we have a dotted rectangle. Now I know, friends, you're wondering, what are we going to do with all of this? Now I need you to get your scissors out of your creative kit. Your safety scissors. This is the way that you hold the scissors when you pull them out of the box to keep you safe. Make sure you're not going to point them at anyone. You want to grab hold of those scissors like this. Wrap your hands around them. Now these are safety scissors. These are scissors made for small hands, and they're easy to use, and they're not as sharp as your mom and dad's scissors. These are your mom and dad's scissors. These are tools. These are not for children. So please do not use your mom and dad's scissors. If you have lost or broken your safety scissors from the creative kit, then you're going to have to get some new safety scissors. Okay, I have my paper and I have my safety scissors. So now we're going to cut. Let's start with the straight line. Now we're going to try to keep the scissors on top of the straight line as we cut. Now, if you are right-handed, you're going to put your thumb in the small hole, and then you put your other fingers in the larger hole. You may want to put all your fingers there or just a few. I like to put just 2. Now, if you write with your left hand, you're going to put your thumb in the hole here and hold it with this left hand to cut. All right, friends, let's get ready. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut, and I'm going to try my very best to stay on the black line. Try to stay cutting on the black line as best as you can. Wow. Did you get a straight piece? We should get one long piece. You see how there along that line, some places I wasn't exactly on the black line? I have to keep practicing. It's okay not to get it the first time. But if we cry and we put the scissors down, we'll never learn. So keep trying. Put that thumb in the small hole and those fingers down. Let's practice opening and closing. Okay. Let's follow along the dotted line. You got to try to hold that paper. Keep your fingers away from the scissors as you're cutting. I have my fingers here so they don't get cut by the scissors. And try to keep those scissors even in between those lines. See, it's a little trickier with the dotted lines because you have a little space where you have to control the flow and the cut of your scissors. Let's try the rectangular because curvy lines are a little tricky. So let's keep practicing with the straight lines first. Now, when you're cutting a shape, you have to turn the paper as you're cutting, like this. I'm going to start along the bottom here. Go straight across. And I have a little piece here that I need to cut. I'm going to cut that piece off. Let's see. Then I'm going to trim this piece along my straight line. Then I'm going to turn my paper again and cut down. I cut out my shape. Look at that. Now let's try the dotted lines. Now I'm going to start cutting across on this dotted line. Then I'm going to come down here where it's a tiny slither and try to cut on top of those dotted lines. Then I turn my paper. See how I kept my hand in the same spot, but I moved the paper with my hand that's holding the paper. Whoa, that's an even bigger rectangle shape. Friends, are you getting this cutting? Is it getting harder? Let's keep practicing, okay? Let's work on curved lines. All right, let's try the solid. Let's try to stay on top of that. Remember, when we cut with shapes, you turn that paper. And you can separate these two shapes so they'll be easier for you to hold, friends. So I'm going to start coming in diagonally so I can get to the first part of my circle. Now with the circle, it's curved, so I'm going to turn it just a little bit each time. Turn, turn. My scissors stay the same spot, but I'm turning with this hand. Turn, turn, turn. You go very slowly. If you go too fast, you might miss the line and go off or around. I want to stay on the black line, so I'm going very slowly. Turn, 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 turn. Keep turning. Turn. Wow! I eventually got there. It may have took a while, but I kept going, and now I have a round circle shape that I cut out by myself. Now let's try on that dotted line. Remember, we curve a little at a time with the hand that holds the paper. If you're left-handed, you'll be cutting with your left hand and turning with your right hand. Miss Bratton writes with her right hand, so it's hard for me to use the left hand for cutting. So remember, do we go straight down or are we going to go curved in? Let's try straight down. I go straight down, I have to stop right there. So I'm going to go curved diagonally. So I'm going to cut and curve my paper, turn my paper, keep turning my paper, turn my paper, turn it around as I'm cutting, keep turning that paper around. You have to go very slowly so you can stay on those lines. Awesome. We've got another circle. So friends, please practice cutting today. Make sure you use your safety scissors And you could even try cutting other shapes. Using the leftover paper, you can cut triangles, squares. You could even try to cut letters for your name. So friends, please enjoy our cutting exercise today. Parents, this builds your students' hands and fingers so that they be able to hold that pencil very legibly in the future. All right, friends, have fun cutting. And remember, the biggest rule with scissors, we only cut paper, only paper. Not hair, not clothes, not anything else, just paper. Have fun cutting, friends.